Someone mentioned, can we please stop talking about race? That came across my timeline today. And I was shocked. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for people to get tired of talking about racism because it makes them uncomfortable when we live it. So I'll help end it. I finish my videos with defund the police, please defund the police, or something to that extent. Because that's me using my voice. Granted, it doesn't have that much of a reach, but it's what I can do for now. It's what I have control over right now. And I want to address that because I don't have an array of people that I'm around. I'm new to Ohio. I literally got here a couple weeks after quarantine started, before quarantine started, and so I haven't gotten around it. And I'm a private person anyways. I generally just keep to myself and mind my own business and try not to judge other people on their behaviors. I'm pretty good at it outside of the moment. If something comes up, I'm going to react, and I'm getting better at it because I've acknowledged that that's something that I do, and I'm willing to fix it. And that's probably where I spend a decent amount of my mental space as far as self-improvement, self-growth, self-care. Because caring about how you react to other people is actually self-care. You might think it's for the other person, but it's really for you. It's to help you keep your peace of mind. So when I saw this, I was shocked. I was shocked. If you don't like it, you can stay away from it. Obviously, the person wasn't black, but you have a choice to stay away from it. You've been using it all this time. You've been using your choice to be ignorant all this time. And I had another video today about customer service because I find that that's a problem. People aren't taught what customer service is supposed to look like. And not only for the customer, but also for the worker. And the worker could be an artist. It could be an influencer. It could be a McDonald's employee. You have to interact with people in almost every job. How many people you have to interact with is different. Someone who works at a restaurant is going to interact with a ton more people than someone who, like me, works in an office. You have a certain amount of people that you're always going to work with. But I digress. I already made that content. I'm going to put that out today along with this one. But this one I had to discuss. One, we aren't doing enough. And yes, that's myself included. I do tend to give myself a pass because I'm human, but because I'm making this effort and this right now is what's comfortable to me and the best that I can do. And I'm trying not to judge people who aren't willing to mention defund the police. Also, I mentioned defund the police because I don't care if you're pro Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. I want the the police to be defunded, regardless. That it's getting on my nerves, honestly. You're so focused so focused on the reaction to the actual problem, the racism, the Black Lives Matter, that you're ignoring the fact that there's a solution. So forget talking about the problem, forget talking about the cause and the effect and the reaction. I'm done. I'm done talking about the rioting and the looting and the protesting and whatever else you want to talk about to distract yourself. Go defund the police. Like, you want this all to be over and you don't want to talk about race anymore? Help defund the police. I don't know what that entails for every single person or every single state. You have to take the time and energy to look it up for yourself. If you reach out to me, I'm just literally going to tell you to look it up yourself. Because I've been finding that influencers specifically are getting annoyed with that, with, I always gonna explain myself and I'm done and whatever. Like, these people are paying you, and if you don't want to spread word around and you want people to overlook you on something they could possibly tag you on and give you potential growth, by all means complain and have them not tag you. Like, it is what it is. But I am trying my best to figure out what ending racism looks like to me. And so seeing things of, let's stop talking about race. How about we just end racism? And for me, it's really hard because I have all of these ideas of how I want to include people, not just Blacks. Like, it's not just race for me. I see it for women. I see it for the LGBTQ community. I see it for religions. I see it nonstop now. Like, everywhere I go, it's just an incredible amount of discrimination, even with ages and stuff like that. And it's just like, you don't know any better. Okay, then teach me. You're too young. Okay, then teach me. If I don't understand, then teach me. Help me to understand instead of stopping me in my tracks and pretending like there's something about me that's inadequate to where I won't be able to catch on and I won't be able to learn and I won't be able to grow and I won't be able to help and I won't be able to support because I want to. I genuinely think that people want to do good. They want to succeed. The difference is we're a little bit selfish. And it's a product of our environment. And once we get out of it, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So I am here to say that I will continue saying defund the police until we defund the police. And my goal is to be able to say this on a regular in a either video content or on actual TV or collaborating with other people. And I do have a collaboration coming up, and it's not specifically on racism. It's a balance of things, a balance of topics, but that is gonna come soon. It'll be once a week starting off, and then depending on how the person and I work out, depends on how often we end up ultimately doing it. I don't know if it'll start off once a week. It's life, when you're figuring things out, it might be once a month off rip, and then it'll grow. And it might grow to more than once a week. But I know I want to get to once a week to sort of have that routine, because I'm more likely to put more effort in if I have a routine. And then if it's frequent enough, I'm more likely to stick to it. And that's why I make content now the way that I do. But please, 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 please understand that defunding the police is different for each state, and how you can contribute is different. Just contribute. Just try. If that's researching things or whatever the case may be, I'm trying my best to be empathetic to people who need time to research and need time to gain that courage, that bravery to say, I want to use my voice, because it really does take a collective amount of people, and you really have to talk about it on a regular basis. For me, that's every day, Monday through Friday, saying defund the police. That's all I know how to do. That's all I figured out how to do. That's all I'm comfortable with doing. And I'm trying to be empathetic to people who are in different stages. But I do want to make it clear that you have the ability to post, even if it's just on your stories, even if it's, one post on your actual timeline. If it's just on one social media, just start to talk about it, because talking about Black Lives Matter and all that type of stuff isn't getting us anywhere. I'm tired of it. So let's talk about defunding the police. Can we all agree on that? Let's defund the police, because everyone deserves to be treated accordingly. And there's people of all skin colors that are treated unfairly because of drugs, because of trafficking, because of, I have one more thing, mental illness. And so if we can take our money that we're already giving out for taxes and direct them in a way to better suit the public, because that's the whole purpose of it in the first place. Affordable housing and all that type of stuff. If we can please get to a point where we can defund the police and truly help each other, our neighbors, our community, and not just based off of race. Each of us belong to a community. Each of us belong to many communities. No one holds just one type of label. And I don't even like labels. My only label is my name. So if other people want to project labels on me, that's on them. But I just need people to understand that arguing about racism right now, it doesn't look like it's working. So let's talk about defunding the police. Let's talk about the actions we want. Let's talk about the demands we have. Let's stop talking about the whole racism thing. If people are going to educate themselves, they're going to educate themselves with or without you telling them to. They haven't been doing it so far, so I'm trying to figure out how telling them to do it now is supposed to just be like, I'll get on that next Tuesday, buddy. No. So, I'm pretty sure I'll have many more random outbursts about defunding the police until it gets done. But, it would be nice if other people would use their platforms and their voice to vocalize it on a regular basis. Just start somewhere. Start on a platform. Start once a week. Just start. Just mention it over and over and over again. Because it really takes an extreme amount of repetitiveness in order for people to get it. Think about school. Think about how many times you have to repeat something and learn something. How many days it takes. It takes quite a while. I hear that it takes 21 days to form a habit. So you're talking about telling someone every day for the next 21 days. And that might not happen. So you're going to have to extend that even longer. So I'm going to put that out there. I love y'all. I believe in y'all. Have a happy day. Go defund the police. Thanks.